Multiple listing services for home buyers and home sellers. A multiple listing services is a service utilized by a group of real estate brokers. They unite as one to make an MLS that permits each of them to see each other's postings of properties available to be purchased. Under this course of action, both the posting and offering merchant advantage by merging and sharing data, and by sharing commissions. A multiple listing services database and programming are utilized by real estate brokers in real estate, speaking to dealers under a listing contract to broadly share data about properties to different agents who may speak to potential buyers or wish to work with a seller's broker in finding a purchaser for the property or asset. The listing data put away in a multiple listing services databases is the restricted data of the broker who has gotten a listing agreement with a property's seller. Most MLSs make a book or an electronic database with the majority of the houses available to be purchased by affiliated brokers, refreshing it all the time. The taking interest parties convey the book in print or online to every individual from the administration. The idea of an MLS is generic. There is no administering MLS body, and the expression can't be trademarked or branded. Normally, agents gather as one with different specialists in their neighborhoods make their own MLSs, and they permit brokers from different regions to view them as required. MLSs permit brokers for systems administration effectively, and the idea is extremely old. In the late 1800s, land brokers regularly accumulated in each other's workplaces, where they would share data about the properties they were attempting to offer. At last, this in-person systems administration was altered into the idea of an MLS. In the advanced age, purchasers can go on the web and look through the incalculable land and brokerage websites. Regardless of this expanded introduction, the requirement for an MLS perseveres. On the off chance that a purchaser works with a dealer who has a place with an MLS, the broker can rapidly and helpfully look the majority of the properties available to be purchased by taking an interest operators. Much of the time, the MLS posting likewise contains private contact data and insights about indicating times. Without this administration, the broker would need to look through incalculable sites of individual brokers to perceive what's accessible in the range. MLSs give the selling broker more introduction, and they give the broker speaking to the buyer with more alternatives. Consequently, both the brokers get a commission on the deal. These services additionally make everything fair and permit little and huge businesses to contend with each other. For instance, envision if a small brokerage were just ready to offer its buyers the properties it had recorded. Its purchasers just wouldn't have the alternatives they covet. Be that as it may, with an MLS, the information is combined instead of divided. It permits contending brokers to cooperate for a shared objective of helping buyers locate the ideal properties and helping sellers offer their properties. MLS works for home sellers. Being set in the MLS grows a house seller's sales drive, opens the property to a bigger pool of imminent home buyers, and makes more interest for the property. The higher the request, the additionally valuing power delighted in by the homeowner, and the snappier a home will offer. MLS works for home buyers. It is amazingly helpful, does not cost a penny to buyers. In addition, buyers get a qualified and experienced manual for help you through the muddled procedure of turning into a homeowner. MLS working. Home sellers can't present their home specifically on the MLS since access to the database is restricted to authorized specialists and brokers who pay for participation. When they have a customer offering a home, they accumulate the vital points of interest, for example, the square film, number of rooms, and other important qualities, and in addition photographs, then post a total posting on their customer's sake. At the point when operators sign in, they have admittance to an abundance of information that they can go along to their customers or simply help them improve, and all the more deliberately. MLS alternatives. Home sellers who would prefer not to pay a real estate agent's bonus can likewise list their home on a for sale by owner, or FSBO, site as opposed to the MLS. Be that as it may, do as such with your eyes completely open. Selling a home all alone is a long way from simple, and FSBO homes offer for less cash by and large $39,000 less. This may clarify why just 8% of homes sold each year are FSBO and by far most experience the MLS. There are additionally a couple of prominent markets, in particular, New York City and Seattle, where the MLS is not by any means the only approach to listing a home with an agent. In these regions, huge land financiers utilize their own particular exclusive databases to run down homes instead of syndicating them on the MLS. Pocket listing. Some of the time, prominent sellers working with a specialist will pick not to list their home on the MLS, for security reasons, for example, to maintain a strategic distance from exposure or looky-loos. A property that has not gone into the MLS is regularly called a pocket listing, as in, covered up in an agent's pocket. That implies that only those potential buyers with whom an operator works straightforwardly will know the house is available. Ordinarily, famous people or other prominent individuals may attempt this course, yet in the event that you're only a normal John who needs to get the word out that you're offering, the MLS will get you the most eyeballs and as much as possible for your home. Limitations of MLS online. Before the approach of these open MLS frameworks, it was basically unthinkable for buyers to acquire a deliberate rundown of homes available to be purchased without working through a real estate agent. Access to data, however, buyer beware. Loss of assistance and representation. Accessible properties versus properties that are under contract. Information on properties that have sold. Information on listing history. Delays and limitations in data access. Irregularity of coverage areas. For free samples of probates, inherited, foreclosures, absentees, a landlord, vacant, code violations, evictions list, visit www.relsupermarket.com.